So, what are we doing here?
We're about to change a washer.
What's a washer?
This will be interesting. Here we have many examples of what washers. You can buy so many different styles.
Yep.
All it is, it's a rubber little, obviously a washer, that stops water passing through to your spout
So it's like a
or your
shutter.
tap.
It's a valve.
Yes.
Why
yeah.
do you have to replace?
So if you have a leaking tap,
Yeah.
it's either leaking from one of two things, the washer or
Yep.
the O-ring, which is a little black rubber that sits inside the spindle.
Right.
What's a spindle, you may ask? This is a spindle.
Okay. Yep.
So this is the contraption that opens and closes so you can get water. So if your tap is dripping from the spout, that means you're going to change your washer.
Right.
If the tap is dripping
From the tap.
from the actual spindle itself, from the tap,
Yep.
it means you've got to change the
The
O-ring.
Right.
And if you wind that all the way out, you will get the O-ring.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, gotcha. All right, talk me through it.
So you need 2 pairs of shifters, you need a set of multi-grips, some lube to lube up the spindle, long nose pliers.
Right.
So step 1 is, so you go outside and turn your water meter off.
Yes.
So here's your water meter, turn off the tap there just before the meter, and then you can drain it at your garden hose tap to release all that pressure.
Oh, okay. So all the pressure from the house is coming out here.
The next thing to do is release the pressure to make sure that we've turned off all the way. So you can do that by turning on the tap. For this tapware, you'll have to undo the little lock nut at the front. So be careful not to damage the tapware in itself. And remember, anti-clockwise to undo.
Tidy righty, loosen that.
So you always have a cover plate as well.
Right.
That should just be able to screw undone.
Cover plates off.
So the way to undo your spindles is you put your shifter on the lock nut behind and you give it a good tap.
Right.
Like you bump it with it, that's it. Alright, you take the spindle out,
Right. Lefty loosey.
anti-clockwise to undo. That's the washer that we're going to replace.
Right.
Now, it's good practice to change the O-rings as well.
Okay.
So that means you'll have to undo that component to the lock nut, which you'll just unwind all the way to expose the O-ring.
Pull it out.
Yep, so you might need your long nose pliers to undo them. Rip them out, chuck them in the bin.
It's always 2.
No, sometimes there's only one.
You just slip them over.
Slip them over.
Right.
There you got 2.
Yep.
And it's always good practice to grease it up as well. So you grease the thread up, put a lot of grease in there, and that acts as a lubricant when you turn it on and off. You can even put some over the O-ring to help seal, and then put it back through the lock nut. Again, it's really good to undo it all the way. So the inner part of the spindle is flat with the thread.
New washer.
Pop your new washer on. That's your new washer, and then pretty much reversing the procedure of taking it off. Give it a good little hard hit. Make sure she's tight. You don't want it to leak water. And then the cover plate first, which should just screw straight back on. Then you put the tap handle back on. Be careful not to cross thread the nut. So then you nip it up with the shifters, because they always undo. And you, my friend, are a tap technician.
Ah, look at that.
The tap doctor.
All right, beautiful.